6 more games to come. Pool B sees New Zealand take on Canada. This should be a really tasty encounter, this one. Well, for New Zealand, Shakira Baker wearing that number 2 jersey starts once again. The team is captained by Sarah Goss, and it's the old double act. Woodman and McAllister, watch out for their pace in this game. Canada, though, they are very, very good, and they're a well-drilled team. John Tate selects Karen Paquin to start up front with Kelly Russell, and in the backs, watch out for McGilly Harvey and Ghislaine Landry. So the two teams take to the pitch. Canada in their traditional red, New Zealand in the black, and there the first sight of Karen Paquin, one of the forwards in this Canadian pack. My name's Scott Hastings, I'm your match commentator. Alongside me, Carl Tanana from New Zealand, the former captain of the New Zealand men's sevens team. And Carl, we've had a fair bit of rain floating around, and of course that saturated the pitch a wee bit, but suddenly the sun comes out and the temperature rockets up.
Oh, most definitely, Scott, and well, rugby's played in all conditions, and both of these teams will have to adapt to that, no doubt. And the big one for Canada, their captain Jennifer Kish is out for this match, failing the head concussion test, so someone will have to step up for them in terms of their brazeness at the breakdown. New Zealand, well, they've gone with their top lineup.
Well, these two teams last met in Sao Paulo when New Zealand lost that one by 10 points to 19, so I'm sure as Katrina Lata-Simpkins kicks off that they'll want to maintain their 100% record. And remember, it's New Zealand who've yet to concede a point in their 2 opening matches. At the base, throwing the ball away was Megan Lucan, looking into Kayla Moleshki. High tackle, judged by Rasta Rashenvengi, so advantage being played. And Ferrella down that far side has got a bit of space. McGilly Harvey, in fact, and Harvey has all the pace for Canada. Harvey all the way to the line, showing excellent pace. That's her 23rd try on the 7th series, and look at the delight from the Canadian bench.
Well, that was well worked by the Canadian team. Harvey with noted speed, and what they did is they took it to the midfield and they bounced it back where they found the mismatch in Shakira Baker, one of the forwards for New Zealand. Well, the fast player on a power play, well, there's only going to be one winner, and in the end it was Mowgli Harvey.
Kelly Russell with the conversion. She's kicked some beaut conversions in her career, but not on that occasion. But what pace from Harvey on the wide outside.
He spoke about the defence of New Zealand. Well, I got exposed on that occasion in the first points by anyone in this day one against the women in black. So how do they respond?
Ghislaine Landry with the kickoff. Long and high onto that far side, and the ball is in New Zealand's hands. Kelly Brazier to Goss. They just set their lines so well, and Goss just took her time to find Portia Woodman on that outside as Brazier loops round. This is McAllister. McAllister picks up, skips up to the halfway line, shrugs off one, but held in the tackle this time by Megan Lucan. Brazier at half-back. First look in the game at Huriana Manuel, who offloaded the ball there to Shakira Baker. Manuel playing scrum half, captain New Zealand to that famous Rugby World Cup sevens win in Moscow 3 years ago.
Tackles on there. Taking up space, yeah, taking up space.
Just a technicality at the breakdown. They're taking up space. You can't get in the way of the halfback once the tackle's effective, and it's become a ruck. Canadian player did, and now New Zealand go to their set piece tap.
Katarina Lata-Simpkins, this is Brazier. Manuel on that switch. Look at the way she found her space, but lost possession as she tried to go for the offload and the support of Sarah Goss.
It's what we call a late cut in New Zealand, where you try and affect the switch. Emmanuel was actually looking to offload it to Sarah Goss, who had ran the wrong line. Didn't respect the ball in contact, and well, timely turnover by Canada.
And a subtlety within the game, just reading the right line. Brittany Benn made the tackle though.
Down, crouch.
Looking Let feed the scrum. Landry right behind the back of the scrum.
Steady, steady.
Oh, high pass, so Ghislaine Landry had to go back under pressure from Kelly Brazier and eventually has to dot the ball down.
You're right.
Carried back by the Canadian over the line, so that will mean that New Zealand will have an attacking scrum.
It's a tough ball to take there from Landry. You can see well over her head, and well, Kelly Brazier just pounces on it, speeds up and affects a tackle. And great line defence there by Kelly Brazier, number 8 for New Zealand. Fata Simpkins with the feed into the scrum.
Bind. Set. Steady.
Bianca Ferrella switches round to that blind side. Fata Simpkins goes for the line, but on the outside it was Ghislaine Landry who got sucked in, and that created all the space for New Zealand to score down that blind side.
Well, if you get a clean heel from the scrum, it's just such a tough place to defend a midfield set piece, because the halfback has to stay on their side. You can't follow around. You can see there's no way she's able to get around, and Fata Simpkins just goes to the gap, and it leaves Landry in two minds, and she ends up in no man's land. And well, McAllister again gets another try on day one.
And in the sevens game, you feel so exposed when that happens to you. Conversion is superb from wide outside. Katarina Wata-Simpkins just pops over.
Yeah, usually, sorry, Scott. And usually the hooker will come out of there for Canada, but there was no way she had time to do that because the push from New Zealand was well timed.
Karen Paquin looks on. Paquin from the Club de Rugby de Quebec. But great chase from New Zealand, and they get the ball back. So crucial, the possession within the game. McAllister, strong support from Vata Simpkins. Portia Woodman goes into challenge ball. And look at the strength of Woodman. Fighting to get to the deck.
Tackle now.
Tackle was effective to Goss. Stepping Shakira Baker on that wide outside channel. She just cuts back a little bit now. Plenty of space for New Zealand down the short side. Another, we've seen this so often, a kick for Manuel from Kelly Brazier, but read by Kelly Russell.
Turnover's good. Rack now.
Big turnover there for New Zealand. Huge pressure coming on. Superb footwork there. McAllister. But Paquin's in with a tackle, wearing that number 3 jersey for Canada. She's still got her hands on the ball. It's a fair contest, says referee Rasta Rashinvengi.
Tackle now, release Black. Kanarak is good.
Every ball being fought for Carl Tanana.
On your feet.
Oh, Jesus, brutal at the ruck area. There was a number of turnovers from both teams in that sequence of play. Look at this fireman's carry. You do this in training. Look at that Portia Woodman. Powerful. I reckon she could have chucked 2 players on her back there.
She would have still got on and scored.
Okay, let's go.
So as we can see from the clock, this will be the last play of the game. So it would be an important score if New Zealand can get over the line from this attack phase of play. McAllister, the handoff. And once again, Kayla McAllister, 2 tries in the first half, and such a powerhouse runner of the rugby football.
Well, the secret to Kayla McAllister is that she's so powerful off the mark. She just slows the play down. It was pretty average in the build-up, but you can see that she just takes off. If you don't get a shoulder on her, well, that's what she'll do. She'll cut you to shreds.
So with the conversion to come, which is good. Whoa, it was pulled actually. Didn't see the touch. Judge put the flag up, so a missed opportunity for New Zealand. So it'll be New Zealand that go in at half-time, 12 points to 5 up.
Anything your side?
Yeah. 1 in. In out. 3. In out.
Okay, so we'll make those 3 changes. Kelly can't
stand off. We got to get in there and latch when we get or any ball, right? Whether we turn it over and we're supported or whether it's just open play, we got to get in. one goal for this time is we don't reach in the tackle. Right? We've got to get in. Our first movement can't be our hands up. We drive onto them and put them under pressure. Okay? Drive the legs, commit to the tackle, and go for it. Okay? People are on both sides, so have a go. Right? Have a go and go after that tackle. Same thing. Just back off.
Keep coming forward in defence, get our shoulder on, pop up, okay? Our energy and our reaction will beat them, okay? Go get them.
Girls, those subs that are coming on, you lift us up and you bring the comms, okay? Let's go, girls.
Stronger three skills.
Sisters on three, 1, 2, 3, sisters!
We score first.
Both coaches just highlighting the need to get a shoulder on in these conditions, and Sean Horan talking about popping up, so he wants them to get the player on the deck and then pop up and contest for that ball.
There's Niall Williams in on the half-time, so as Sean Horan said, he wanted an impact from his substitutions. Ruby Tui is also on for New Zealand. Shakira Baker is rested. So second half underway then. Switch kick-off here from Ghislaine Landry to that far side. This high imposing stand here.
Tackle line lead.
Great stadium here at the stand. Gabrielle Montupet. Williams timed the pass perfectly here to Tui. Tui, who scored a hat-trick in the last game against Japan. And Ruby Tui, well, you're not going to discount the possibility of her scoring more tries this weekend. Goss on that wide outside channel is Portia Woodman.
Tackle only, tackle only.
Lotta Simpkins just takes the direct line, and look at the way she just held up the ball for the support of McAllister. Sorry, not McAllister, it was Kelly Brazier. As Tui cuts in once again. Canada being stretched in the defensive chores. Dipping pass, but well recovered here from
off a red hand.
The New Zealand team.
Off a red hand, yeah.
Good pressure on defence, though, Scotty, by this Canadian team. Really not allowing New Zealand to get their attack going.
Yep.
I think Wycliffe there under huge duress, and also was Fata Simpkins.
Yep.
Well, just as we scrum down, make a wee change, a quick word, and sorry to hear that Mandy Marchak, one of Canada's great forwards, has announced her retirement after injury.
Okay, time back
What
on.
a servant to Canada rugby. We wish her all the very best, and I'm sure
start closer.
those were the inspiring words on Rugby Canada's website when they announced her retirement. And well, it's worth a wee look just to see what it means for her to play for the Canadian jersey. Oh, what it did mean.
On your floor.
We wish you well, Mandy Marchak.
There we go, 12, 12, come back, 12, 12.
So Megan Lucan takes the ball back to the penalty infringement and taps and goes. Poor pass there, just slips along the deck, and Charity Williams has to go back, and it just puts pressure on this Canadian team as Brittany Benn to Williams. And one Williams, Charity tackled by another in Niall.
Move forward.
This is where New Zealand have been good. I thought they were going to get the ball back there. Paquin is on the outside if the ball's given. Here's Paquin. Paquin teases down that near side, gets the inside support. Megan Lucan, and Brittany Benn has popped up from nowhere. Brittany Benn in under the post, and that's brought Canada right back into this game.
She's just such a hard worker, isn't she, Brittany Benn? Got a double in the first game for Canada. Didn't get many opportunities in the second, but great timing by her on the inside.
Kelly Russell for the conversion. Well, we saw Lotta Simpkins for New Zealand miss one from in front of the post, but it's Canada's Kelly Russell who evens things up, and Brittany Benn taking a great angle in under the post.
A lot of tries to be had in support play in the game of sevens, and Brittany Benn is one of the best exponents of that. She's just a player that you always need in your side, who does all the dirty work that no one likes doing, all the hard graft.
Great shots.
Like that. Sorry, Scott.
Yeah, great shots of Brittany Benn, and Chasing was the New Zealand skipper Sarah Goss, 100%er every
Okay,
time she pulls on
Let's
that
go.
jersey. Look at the score. 2 tries each, 1 conversion each, 12 all. 3.5 minutes on the clock. Plenty of rugby to come. As Tui, route number 1 for her. No panic in this New Zealand team. Oh, just the pace there from Renee Wycliffe. Wycliffe has really shone in the her return. She last played in Amsterdam in 2013, so good to see her back in a New Zealand jersey. Simpkins up the middle once again.
All offside, yeah. Yeah, we go. There we go. All offside.
So offside, New Zealand will just slow down, set their play. They've practiced these moves so many times on the training paddock.
Well, have their touch move here. They've got Fata Simpkin, who's played touch rugby, Brazier as well, and Niall Williams on this near side of the field, and Renee Wycliffe also.
Brazier, the playmaker, wills that pass forward. Goss cuts a line, tries to get the ball away to Renee Wycliffe. Oh, well, the ball bounced out there, and knock on for New Zealand. You don't often see that.
Great competition though at the breakdown by Megan Lucan, I think it was. She's still on the deck. She just made a nuisance of herself. Yes, she is driving through, gets blown out and just clips the ball as Brazier picks it up.
Forces the error there, Carl.
Bind up.
Good sevens. You enjoy this standard of sevens too. Great, well-drilled teams. Both teams coached.
Bind.
John Tate of Canada, Sean Horan. But ultimately, it's the players that need to deliver. Ball pops out the side. Picked up by Canada now. Canada.
Off the foot, off the
They're going to have to go from their own 10-yard line, but it's New Zealand with turnover ball. Is the game going to be won in this moment? Woodman, it is! Portia Woodman in under the post. And Portia Woodman, her 5th try already on day 1 here in Clermont-Ferrand.
Well, turnover ball, there's so many opportunities. In New Zealand, they pounced on that one. They recognised where the space was. They had their 2 ultimate weapons, and McAllister and Woodman in tandem on this near side of the field. It's nigh on impossible when they got space like that. The little late cut between McAllister and Portia. The end result is 7 points for New Zealand.
Yeah, the conversion was good, and just power running, sucking across the defence.
Yeah, Brittany Ben was the one that got caught on the inside, waited for the defence to help, but in the end it was effective beautifully. And in the game of sevens, you can do a late cut, very tough to defend.
Brittany Ben gathers the ball. That ball was right in the sunlight. She did well. Overlap here with Charity Williams. If she can get the ball out wide. Kelly Russell has to go in and support. Ben came on a short line, but playing with the ball was Natasha Watcham-Roy, making a return to the Canadian team.
Advantage.
Kelly Russell through the half pass, and the breakout here is from Hannah Darling. Hannah Darling tracked back and brought down by Vata Simpkins. Now can Canada retain that possession? Russell in the fly half position. Advantage being played, and Ben gets away, and Brittany Ben, can she score and get round under the post? Tui chases Ben. Ben gets the ball down, and with the conversion to come, there's just 2 points in it.
Well, she will go all day long. Brittany Ben gets a double in this match. And Canada just showing calmness under pressure. See it here, Sarah Goss gets turned on the inside, and Brittany Ben was always going to have the speed on the outside. She tries to come around to make the conversion easier and even it up.
And what was good from a New Zealand perspective was the chase by Ruby Tui that forced Brittany Ben to dot the ball down. So to square the game, Kelly Russell, no. Like one of Carlton Anna's golf shots, has just pulled it. So it's New Zealand, well, they'll be happy. They've conceded points for the first time in this tournament. A cracking game of sevens, folks. New Zealand win this one by 19 points to 17.